is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris, and today I'm back with another video here. And if you're new to the channel, new clicking upon this video, my name is Chris. I do Flyers content here on YouTube, from game recaps like this one to the podcast that I do Tuesday nights from 6 to 7 here on YouTube. I do watch parties for select Flyers games throughout the year, and also every Friday I take a flashback into Flyers history and recap an old game and break it down and talk about it. So if you like how any of that sounds, hit that subscribe button down below. So for tonight's game, I mentioned in the last game against Buffalo last night that I kind of went with a different mindset. I tried to talk about the bigger picture going into next season, and that was Morgan Frost and the younger guys, things like that. And tonight, similar thing. Younger guys contribute. Flyers end up losing this game 4-2 to the Pittsburgh Penguins, and it's one of the first times. It is the first time in all of the team's history since 67-68 that they haven't taken at least one game from the Penguins in the season series, and that was a stat that Flyers writer Bill Meltzer shared with me today. And it would have been nice to beat Pittsburgh at least once this year. Again, it was only 3 times, once at home, and really in every game outside of this one, the Flyers kind of got their teeth kicked in, unfortunately. So I thought this game was good in some ways. Casey DeSmith was incredible. That was one thing. The Flyers, they tested him, had a lot of shots, a lot of chances. Owen Tippett got robbed again. Unfortunately, a lot of things went wrong. I mean, the first period, actually, I thought the first 7-8 minutes or so for the Flyers was actually really good. Had pucks in the net, won a couple battles. Cates had a really nice play on Sidney Crosby early, and Cates has done that a couple times. He's done it to Connor McDavid, did it to Sidney Crosby. How are you? Like, he just... It just means nothing to him. He just goes and does it. It's like, oh, just like another forward check. It's like, it's just incredible how incredibly skilled he is defensively, to where he can just strip anybody. Again, it was a pretty good first couple of minutes. Outside of the 2 goals from Raquel, I thought the Flyers had, a good start to the game, right? I mean, it was much similar to last night, against the Sabres at home, where you had a lot of pucks on net, you had energy, you crashed the net, you had legit scoring chances, and, last night, Brendan Lemieux could have had 2 or 3 in the first, 5 minutes of the game, and early here, the Flyers had chance after chance. There was a lot of penalties in this game, but unfortunately, the Penguins end up scoring here, and Raquel makes it 1-0. It deflects off the glass, goes off of her, and it's like, what the hell? It's just so unfortunate. And 2-0 on the power play. A lot of passing. I thought the Flyers penalty kill, they kind of just sat back a little bit, and you can't do that with the Penguins, and end up going in their net. Konechny had a chance at the side of the net. Outside of that, decent period. I mean, you're down 2-0. You kind of let the Penguins get back into it and get momentum and get 2 goals, but the overall start was good. The finish wasn't great. And in the second period, I thought the Flyers had a good second, honestly. Unfortunately, they had chances before the 3-0 goal, and it didn't really feel like they were down 3-0. Frost had a play early in the period where he turned the puck over. Then it came back to him, and he ended up making a really nice defensive play to start out on a 2-on-1. And that's the type of thing that I like to see, because Tortorella talked about it, right? Towards this, he's mentioned before that he's wanted to see, if you can't make the play offensively or you mess up offensively, get back. And that's the prime example of it right there. Tries to make a between the legs pass at the blue line. Pens go the other way. Zucker had a chance, ends up going wide, ends up deflecting a pass off of Malkin, and then nobody went to the puck. Frost realized, I got some ice here, and then ended up skiing up on a 2-on-1 where Farabee shot it wide. And it's little things like that you like to see, because he's engaged. And that shows you that he's, A, listening to what Torts is showing, and B, he's been pretty good defensively, too. especially when he turns the puck over. Tippett had a chance in tight. Urson Stone Malkin before that. Hayes had a chance off of a Bellows shot on the rebound at the outside of the post. 4-on-4 Malkin. I don't know what was going on with Malkin today. He took 4 penalties, had the 10-minute misconduct. They didn't come back in the game. If there's one Penguin that I could never stand, it was him getting Malkin. I actually have a lot of respect for Crosby. The hockey fan in me as well also really likes to watch Crosby, even though always either scores or gets a point against the Flyers. Letang plays his 1,000th game. I mean, I like Letang too. I mean, I know people are going to give me crap for that, but I would kill to see Letang on the Flyers. Especially everything that's going on in his career, and obviously having the stroke this year, and then, he's had it before as well. And just to come back, it's insane. And if the Penguins were to make it, the only reason I would genuinely want to see them kind of go on is more for the game, because, you kind of get that in hockey, right? When you have the Penguins and guys like, Crosby and all that stuff, if they could win again, I think it will be good for the game. The Flyers fan and me would absolutely hate it. Rust would score, though, 3-0. And it was a breakaway. It was a tough play because Braun had the back check on Rust before. It was a really nice play. Probably the fastest I've seen Braun skate in like 3 years. Flyers will get a power play after the goal, unfortunately. And it was kind of like a backbreaker because the Flyers had chances before it to score. They ended up, not being able to. And, they ended up getting a goal that gets called off. 3-1 would have been goal from Frost. Would have been his 19th of the year, but clear as day, that's goal interference. So we go into the third. Delorier would score for the Flyers to make it 3-1. They had chances again. DeSmith, Konechny hit the post on the power play. Then Stone Tippett, and then So unfortunately, ends up getting Stone there, and really could have made it a closer game. And then, if Konechny still would have scored, then later on it would have been tied. But Konechny would score again. That would be his 29th. He's probably going to get 30. I would assume Konechny gets 1 goal in the next 6 games. I think it's a pretty safe bet to make. Empty netter for Pittsburgh would seal it. And again, it's just, too many penalties. You couldn't really get into the flow of the game at the same time. So it is what it is up until this point. So let me know your guys' thoughts below. Remember to hit that subscribe button down below. Like I mentioned, I really butchered that. Again, thanks everybody so much for all the support, and I will talk to you all again soon.